Just like you, I got problems too. Let's talk about it. Roll it. Today, we're talking about problems. Lots of them. Everybody's got problems, including this guy. I deal with a lot of things as well, just like everybody else. See, I'm making this video because today was one of those problematic days. I'm also making this video because I've always wanted to do a video like this because everybody somehow always makes a comment that, hey, at least, you don't have the problems I have. I'm like, what? I get these comments and they're kind of like, everybody who's dealing with stuff is almost like their problems are bigger than my problems and their problems are bigger than everybody else's problems. And then you kind of look at them and you go, you don't even know half of it. The best is when I get coaching clients and when we start, their problems are like 10 times bigger than my problems. And as we start to work with them, they realize that their problems, were subjective to what they were thinking, subjective to what they see as problems in their perspective. And I can sit there and I can say, yes, I can tell them all my problems if I wanted to, but I don't sit there and tell everybody that. But at the end of the day, people who do more things generally have more problems. And people who don't generally don't have as many problems. I think it's fair to say that. Now, at the same time, there are unfortunate situations that, you can't really control. And there are problems that just come into the picture that you're not expecting. There's external factors, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff. The question is, what do you do when, you got a lot of problems? Problems, problems, problems. Now the question begs, why do people think that they have so many problems? And they always ask themselves, why do I have so many problems in my life? And this question really drains on them. Now, when I get into the situation, I go back to my basics. And this is why I'm making this video. I wanted to really put into this series to really put that perspective in for you guys. These lists are all based on getting you through from one point to the next so you can start moving in the right direction by making the right decisions at the right time. And how does this really look? Now, in a situation where you're feeling defeated in this way, we need to ask ourselves, well, if I always have problems, then in general, I need to somehow start moving one problem out of the situation to the good side and then the next problem out of the situation so I can keep moving in a positive direction. In order to do that, we need to analyze the whole mindset of it. See, if you're sitting there going, I have so many problems, I can't get ahead, it is really the mindset that's causing you this negativity to enter, and then you can't really get things done. And people get caught in this all the time. Then you have to ask yourself, am I wasting my time, energy, and money? Today was one of those days. I had a lot of fires to put out. And I sat there and I said, why am I wasting my time? This is time, energy, and money. I'm investing into these thoughts. I got these problems. What do I do? So I made a list of everything that was a fire. And I put it aside. I went back to my regular list and I said, what needs to get done today that's positive and good? And I worked on that because it ignites a good, positive vibe for me. And then I went to that critical list and I started hammering out stuff that were fires. At the same time, I looked at my negative list of stuff that I said I was going to do to get them over. And here we are doing what I like to do by the end of the day, working on videos. And so the mindset got me moving through it. It was all positive energy after that. I was seeing success, movement going. And this is where we need to start focusing on. We need to start making sure that we start to see growth when we're in this place of stale, this place of negativity, this place of defeat. Doing this gets you through it. These videos in this series is all about understanding that the time, energy, and money, that whole aspect of investment, there is a return on investment. And as you start seeing everything get fixed and moved in the right direction, these problems start to become smaller and smaller. Why? Because there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be a situation at hand. And yes, there are people out there, I have those friends that are always perfect. But guess what? They also have problems in certain days. And they also call me and they say, hey, I'm having some difficulties. Now, put that into perspective and ask yourself, do you really have that many problems compared to everybody else? And ask yourself, why are you comparing yourself to everybody else? Then move your mindset into that situation where you're going to start looking at yourself from a perspective that you can fix the problems by starting to move on the problems. Momentum will build. Your mindset will start moving to that positive of, hey, I can get this done. And momentum will just take you through the journey. And that's it. Everybody's got problems. Now, when you sit on my side of the table, where I listen to a lot of these problems, what really goes through my mindset is, I will be selfish sometimes, and I will have my thoughts and be like, man, this guy doesn't know how many problems I have. Like, man, he'd be probably happy if I told him on one end. On the other end, you get in those situations where you see somebody that from the community that is like perfect. They have no problems. Everything in their life is perfect. But then they call you for a coach call and they go, hey, I need help with this, this, or this. These are my big problems in my life. And you're like, what? This is where perspective again solidifies for me. You need to figure out how to solidify for you. This is how I stop comparing myself and I just focus on me. This is a task that you need to look at. And a lot of it comes from, building that skill set of accountability, making sure you're being accountable to all these things that you need to do, taking responsibility for all the problems that exist and how you're going to fix them and fixing them. This is critical. This is what I've been doing to get my life in the right direction all these years. And when big problems happen, I'm ready. I don't like it, but I'm ready. I have a good support system now. I didn't have it when I started. I can call somebody and be like, yo, this is what's happening. And they go, hey, great, go back to your list and fix it. And they know the automatic response. Do I like it? No. I like to get that, oh, it's okay, it's going to be okay, and have that talk with people as well. Do I ever see it? Not with the people I have around me. They push me to succeed. That takes time to build. It took years. Years. Take a second. Take a step back. You're beginning the journey. Or you're midway through the journey. And there's so much to do. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button. And leave a comment below. Because who knows? Somebody might be watching this. They might read your comment. They might relate. You might help change a life. Also, don't forget. Watch this video if you're in a bad place, want to get in a better place. And this one, definitely watch it if you're in an ugly place and need to get moving into a better place.